remember one time, after about 17 or 18 shows, I really wanted to get out of the show. I thought the show was not doing what I'd been told the show was going to be about. But every show opened up with somebody, one member of the family, with a gun pointing at somebody saying, "What are you doing in the Ponderosa?" And finally, I said to the producer, I said, "Look," I said, "if a stranger comes on the Ponderosa, why do we have to point a gun at him?" I said, "What are you doing in the Ponderosa?" He doesn't know where he is. It's 1,000 square miles. I said, why don't we say, "Listen, where are you from? St. Louis? Great. How about staying with us for a week? Just be our guest, and we'll talk, and we'll find out what's happening in the rest of the world. At least let's be human beings. Let's not be antagonists." Eventually, that became our characters. And instead of being a Western shoot 'em up, it became a story, a series about a four-letter word: love. Love of land, love of trees, love of the environment, love of people, love of country, love. Television has a tremendous responsibility. The responsibility is to be accurate. The responsibility is to be truthful. The responsibility is not to mislead the viewing public. I compromised. It was the unhappiest time I've ever had in the business. It was horrible. I hated getting up to go to work. I did not believe any of the scripts. I didn't believe that any of these things could happen. Every show had at least one fire, and maybe two. I said, it's not about fires, it's about firemen. You got to be careful about a series, because you're not in control. I said, I want to do a show in which I am in control. I call it New Wilderness because the old wilderness is gone. What I'm doing with the wildlife show bears a certain resemblance somehow to what we did in Bonanza. Because Bonanza dealt with responsibility. Somebody called Bonanza a morality play on horseback, which I've never forgotten. The wildlife show deals with man's responsibility toward the creatures of this earth. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm here one time only. And I'd like to feel that what I did encouraged other people to do something.